Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at the new Iron Giant trial in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And then here's my team. First up, I'm going to use Nicole. I just pulled him yesterday, so I thought I'd try him out, see how he is. I gave him a bunch of spirit and then MP stuff. And then a light shield, just for the defense. Next up is Ramza. And then I gave him, just basically more spirit stuff. I gave him my brand new metal slime shield in order to get the paralysis resistance. And then here is Gladiolus. I'm going to make him a 100% evade. First time I've ever done that with him. He's going to cover everybody, so hopefully he can block those attacks. And then my damage source is Leela. Gave her a lot of spirit stuff. And then my healer, as usual, is OHKO. And I'm going to try to give everybody paralysis resistance. And then my friend is going to be another Leela, so they'll chain together. Okay, here we go. So Nicole has a whole bunch of stuff that he can do, so I have to kind of keep in mind what he's doing and then how many turns they last. But Gladiolus will cover all with the intercept. Ramza is going to break the magic because Iron Giant is going to use a meteor on my guys. So Gladiolus will cover the physical attacks, and then with Ramza's break we'll cover the magic attack. Alright, let's build our defenses up with Nicole. OHKO will cast Re-Raise on some guys, although I don't know if anybody actually got KO'd. Between the breaks and the buffs, the boss ended up doing so little damage that I didn't really need Re-Raise. And then the two Leelas will chain. Alright, so that's all the damage. And then no damage from the physical attacks because Gladiolus evaded those. Okay, so the magic break is still up. We'll do the weapon break, just in case a physical attack gets through Gladiolus's guard. We'll block with Gladiolus. That will help with the meteor damage. Oh, and the spirit buff that that Nicole does, that will also increase the damage from the Leelas. Since the action that I'm using with them does damage based on spirit. Okay, pretty good. So we crossed a threshold there. We crossed the 80% threshold. So the Iron Giant will do an AoE attack, physical attack. But again, since Gladiolus has the cover all, he should be able to take all of those. Okay. Okay, not even 1,000 damage to anybody. We're looking pretty good. And then sometime during this fight I have to summon an Esper and then use a limit break. So I have to remember to do that. Also, no items, so should be pretty doable. Another nice thing about Nicole is that he can restore the MP. Up until now, Ace or OHKO have been kind of my main MP guys. But with Nicole in there, I can free them up for other actions, which is very helpful. I think once we get below 50%, that's when the fight gets more difficult. Partly because the Iron Giant will start using paralysis on my guys. And then my friend Leela does not have paralysis resistance, so I'll have to use an action with OHKO to get rid of that so I can continue chaining and doing damage. Okay, nice damage there. And then a lot of people playing this quest, they will try to like one-shot the boss. Get him down to like 51% HP and then one-shot him and just kind of skip that second half. I'm not going to do that with this team because it wasn't necessary. It's a pretty stable team, so we can just slowly, you know, take him down throughout the whole fight. Alright, breaks are still up from Ramza, so we'll use his damage mitigation. And that will stack, I believe, with Nicole's damage mitigation, so that's even less damage for our guys. Okay, we'll keep re-raising. I didn't have to really heal anybody this turn. And we'll keep chaining here. Maybe not. Instead, I'm going to have my two Leelas kind of heal themselves with Nadon, I guess you call that. And then the next turn they'll be able to triple cast their attacks, so that'll be extra damage there. And Nicole is looking for something to do. When in doubt though, I would say just restore the MP. Yeah, very high MP costs on his abilities, but he has a very high MP stat to begin with, and so if you give him a little bit of MP regen, that would be really good for him. I'm very much looking forward to the item world. Because then I could take some daggers through, kind of improve those, and then give them like, you know, more MP buffs or like regen. And that would be great for Nicole since he can use daggers. I guess another ability you can get for daggers is the High Tide. That would also be good for Nicole because, you know, get his limit break out faster. And that doesn't cost MP. So if he ever does find himself without MP, he could still take an action with that limit break. And that's another thing to keep in mind about the latter half of this battle. The Iron Giant will hit you with MP drain, so it can be good to have characters that can restore that. Okay, we'll just single cast the Soulful Stance, that's all I needed. And then we'll triple cast the chaining abilities, and let's see how much damage that does. We'll probably push past 50%, okay. Alright, so another threshold crossed, so we'll get that AoE Reaper. Gladiolus will block that. And then the boss will start buffing himself, and then also do paralysis on our guys. So yeah, my friend Leela there is paralyzed, so I'll have to take an action with OHKO to get rid of that. But first I'm going to take an action to dispel the boss. Nicole does have an inherent dispel ability, but I felt like using his other buffs and things was more important than that. Okay, once we dispel the boss, the breaks are gone too, so let's re-break the magic. Gladiolus has this intercept up, so we'll just block. again, so many options for Nicole that I'm kind of wondering what to do. But yeah, when in doubt, just restore MP. And then this Leela is kind of alone, doesn't have a chaining partner this turn, so... we'll use her limit break in order to fill that requirement, that mission at the end there. Okay, a little bit more damage than before, but still, not that big a deal. And yeah, this is the lowest HP that Gladiolus has ever had. But with the evade, he doesn't need that much HP, so it works out. Okay, let's break the attack there. We'll heal up this turn, since we did take some damage. And then also use Esanaga on the friend Leela. And then we'll go back to chaining with them. Alright, let's put some buffs back up. Spirit to take less damage from the meteor and also to raise the damage from the Leelas. And then we'll chain with them again. Okay, we'll push past another threshold, the 40%. So another Reaper, no big deal there. And then another self-buff, and then another paralysis on the friend Leela. Okay, but I think you get the idea. Ramza keeps breaking, Gladiolus keeps blocking, Nicole buffs, the Leela's chain, and then Ayaka supports everybody. Dispels or uses Esanaga when she needs to. Alrighty, so we'll speed up the video and then we'll see you at the end. Okay, turn 13. Iron Giant has 10% HP left. We might be able to get rid of him this turn, so we'll dispel the buffs with OHKO. We'll break the magic with Ramza. Gladiolus will put up Intercept. And Leela's will chain. And there we go, pretty good. So that was Iron Giant. I tried him a couple times with just a standard Gladiolus, but the attacks were too powerful then. So he would need like a re-raise every turn, which would, very much kind of lower the utility of my OHKO. But once I tried the 100% evade on him, then I got the clear immediately. That was my first attempt with the 100% evade. And yeah, some players, they love 100% evade, some players hate it. I like it, but I don't use it all the time. But here I felt like it was pretty necessary for me. Alright, and then we got all of the missions. I'm very excited about the heavy armor arts. I love stuff for my tanks in particular. I just love buffing my tanks. And then, yeah, I kind of went through and I equipped my Gladiolus and my Mercenary Ramza with stuff. And they're hitting like 12,000 HP and like 800 defense, 300, 400 spirit. So they're very, very crazy. Very happy to have them. Okay, so hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Take care.